The New York Rangers have found their next star, as one of their most highly regarded prospects is absolutely ripping up the World Juniors right now. And we're also going to get into how the New York Rangers can right the ship this season, if it is even possible to save this season. We're going to break it down in this episode of Rangers Digest. But before we do that, a quick reminder to hit that subscribe button. About 74% of you who watch these videos are not actually subscribed to the channel. So if you want to stay up to date with everything New York Rangers, it's free. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. But the first order of business today, of course, is some positive news for the New York Rangers. We're going to shift perspectives a little bit here, obviously, or shift gears, I should say, because the New York Rangers have not had a great season so far this year. But one thing that has been a bright spot is their prospect pool. And one guy who's held in high regards is Gabe Perau. And the World Junior Hockey Championships, the U20 tournament, has started. And obviously the Rangers have 3 prospects in this tournament. Obviously Gabe Perau with the most eyes on him, but they also have 2 other prospects in the tournament. And Gabe Perau playing for Team USA. So obviously a lot of attention there, and a great game to start the tournament for Gabe Perau. He rips one home and now has 3 points through his first 2 periods of the World Juniors. He ended that game with 3 points, 2 goals, 1 assist, and he was Team USA's player of the game. Now, again, they were playing Team Germany, which, you know, besides Leon Draisaitl in the league and a few other players that they've developed over the years, they're not the strongest team at any given point in a tournament, right? So obviously, they do put in great efforts, and I'm pretty sure they medaled a few years ago, if I remember correctly. But nonetheless, great performance from Team USA here, and obviously Gabe Perau. So if you're a Rangers fan, this is something to look forward to. And obviously, for the next couple weeks, or a week and a half, I should say, he is going to be playing a lot of minutes. So if you want to tune into this tournament, it is great hockey. And Gabe Perau looks like he's putting on a show as one of Team USA's better players. And again, putting up 3 points in that game yesterday. And Team USA's next game is Saturday, December 28th against Latvia, where I'm sure, against Latvia, no disrespect whatsoever, he's going to have another crazy game and probably put up a lot of points. But some of the goals were great. I mean, I can't show them for copyright purposes, of course, but this one was great. Picks up a loose puck, just fires it right over the shoulder of the goaltender. And then this one, it was a great pass into the slot where he was covered, but he made space for himself and got a one-knee one-timer off top corner again, looking like Austin Matthews a little bit with the 34 as well. So he is going to be a very special player for the New York Rangers if they hold on to him, but I think that is the plan. And I think that, I totally expect him to turn pro next season. He's been fantastic. So having another strong season in Boston College so far this year, and I'm not sure he's going to eclipse his point totals from last year, but he is on pace to do it. And again, as long as he's very detailed and fine-tuning other parts of his game, I think he's going to turn pro, and I think he's going to translate that to the NHL in due time. Now, shifting focus to the big club, the New York Rangers. Obviously, things haven't been going well for them. 5-0 loss to the New Jersey Devils just before the holiday break. And now, from Chris Johnson, the NHL's holiday roster freeze lifts at 12:01 tomorrow, December 28th. Or tonight, I guess, at the time of this video. That's when teams regain the ability to trade players, loan players, and waive players. So I expect the New York Rangers and Chris Drury to be very active now. Obviously, it's been quiet over the last couple of weeks because he wanted things to simmer down after the Jacob Trouba trade. And obviously, he made another move with the Capo Caco trade, so he wants things to simmer down a bit. And there was a holiday trade freeze as well, and the holidays just passed. And obviously, I think he's going to make another move, and I think Chris Drury has one more trade in the chamber before it is his job on the line. Should his job be on the line? A lot of people are arguing that. Should it be on the line already, or should he have been fired already? Listen, I think he's made a ton of mistakes, and I think that he has one last move in the chamber, whether it's the coach, which I don't think firing Peter Laviolette is going to change things, because by all accounts, the players have a great relationship with Peter Laviolette. So I don't think it's that they, are quiet quitting because of Peter Laviolette. I think it's more about their relationship with Chris Drury. So I think he has one last one last move in the chamber, and it's either a trade or firing the coach. So we'll see what he chooses to do. And yes, the New York Rangers only have a 25% chance of making the playoffs this year. And when talking after the game on Monday to Artemi Panarin, he said it could be many things that are contributing to the losing streaks and obviously the poor play, and he feels like they have an extra weight on them. sorry, and like everyone is trying too hard. And a lot of people took this comment out of context. I think what he's trying to say is everyone's gripping their sticks a little bit too tight. They're trying to get things done because they do care. And I think a lot of these guys want to be Rangers, but a lot of them, I think, do have a problem with Chris Drury, and that's a problem. The team dynamic is split right now. It is not a good dynamic in that dressing room. So just a little bit of insight into what's going on in that room. And I guess Peter Laviolette, when he went home for the holidays, decided to put on the classics because he's going back to the classics in terms of line combinations as well. You have your, the top two lines are exactly what they were to start the season, essentially. And then the third line minus Capo Caco with Brett Berard there because Capo Caco has been traded is pretty much the same. And then the the fourth line too with Jimmy Vesey. Everything's going back the same. So I'm not sure what's going to change. Like, I don't think a couple days off for the holidays is going to change everyone's play style, right? Like, I think putting these lines back together, we'll see what happens. But I mean, Kreider, Zibanejad, and Riley Smith was not working whatsoever. So putting them back together, nothing else has been working, so I guess try anything at this point, but he's going back to the classics. I was also looking at the D pairings. I mean, that first D pairing's been together for so long, and we can talk about Ryan Lindgren ad nauseum, right? And how he hasn't been that great this year, but that's together. Keandre Miller is skating again because he has been out with an injury, so it looks like he's nearing a return. Borgen's there on the second pairing as well. And your final pairing there, the defense is not good enough. So I wonder if the Rangers actually go out and trade for a defenseman with some term at this point too. I think that's something that they're probably going to be looking at because they just made a trade for another defenseman in Borgen as well. So I think that's going to be interesting and something to keep our eyes on. And Larry Brooks was also tweeting out the lines, but it looks like his formatting looks like he's trying to do Morse code. I just thought that was pretty funny. I wanted to bring that up. And in terms of line combinations as well, the OG power play is back together. This is a little mind-boggling for me, and I've talked about it in videos multiple times, post-game videos, update videos, whatever it may be. I've talked about this so much that I have no idea why some of these guys are still on power play one. It is mind-boggling. Lafreniere hasn't been great either, but I feel like a power play unit, a top power play unit with Will Cooley, Lafreniere on it, like that's something you got to get going. I think some guys that are really, really trying hard, like Hedl, should probably be on the power play. These are the only guys that are really driving play to me. And I would leave Lafreniere out of that. I just mentioned him, but I would leave him out of that. I think it's Cooley and Hedl, the only guys that are really driving play. So why not have them on the power play? They're actually playing with a sense of urgency, and it looks like they actually want to be New York Rangers. So again, I've been defending Peter Laviolette to a degree on the channel, but there are some decisions like this, and coming back from the holiday break and putting your lines together like they were to start the season. Not even to start the season. This is the way the lines were when they started to, spin or tailspin out of control and really go on that losing streak. So coming back from 3 days off is going to be very interesting to see what they do tomorrow night when they return to action. So it's going to be very interesting. Let me know in the comments what you think of some of the line pairings. It seems like Laviolette is going back to the classics. And let me know what you think of Gabe Perau, because that is a player I'm going to keep an eye on in that tournament, and I think he's going to continue to rip it up in Team USA. With him on it, leading the way, is looking to win gold again. So should be very interesting. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with everything New York Rangers.